Boxing has grown and changed a lot over the years. From Joe Louis to Tyson Fury, every punch, every fight, every champion telling a story of hope, fear, and glory that still echoes today. How did boxing reach this point? Strength can look simple in the ring, but one punch can change a whole era. Sounds surprising, right? Long ago, heavyweight boxing was not just about winning belts. It was about pride, fear, and respect. In different times, different champions stood tall and carried the hopes of millions. Some fought for honor, some fought for survival, and some fought to prove they were the best alive. From quiet champions to loud kings of the ring, the heavyweight division kept changing its face. Every new champion brought a new style, a new story, and a new kind of power. In this video, you will travel through time to see how heavyweight champions changed from Joe Louis to Tyson Fury. You will learn how boxing grew stronger, faster, and smarter with every generation. Stay with us, and let's get started. When power meant respect. Joe Louis ruled boxing at a time when strength meant control and calm. He became heavyweight champion in 1937, at the age of 23, during a world full of fear and change. Joe Louis did not talk much, but his fists spoke loudly in the ring. He watched his opponent closely, stood still, and hit only at the right moment. His punches were heavy, strong, and accurate. People trusted him because he stayed humble and focused. During World War II, he fought 12 special matches for soldiers in the United States and Europe to raise money and give hope to people. He defended his title 25 times between 1937 and 1949, a record that lasted for more than 20 years. In 1941, he had a famous fight against Buddy Bear that lasted 15 rounds. Boxing in his time was about patience, discipline, and respect. Speed replaces silence. In the 1960s, boxing changed fast, loud, and full of energy. Muhammad Ali showed a new way to fight and think. He became heavyweight champion in 1964 at the age of 22, after beating Sonny Liston in Miami in a match that shocked the world. Ali moved like a dancer, punched like a storm, and smiled even during tough fights. He believed that speed could beat size, and he proved it in many fights that ended in less than 10 rounds, like his famous win against Cleveland Williams in 1966 in Texas. Ali's footwork was light, his hands were quick, and he talked a lot before fights. Outside the ring, he spoke about freedom, religion, and belief, which made him famous around the world. Fear enters the ring. After Ali, boxing slowly became darker and tougher. Champions like George Foreman used raw power that made opponents afraid. Foreman won the heavyweight title in 1973 in Kingston, Jamaica, knocking down fighters easily. His punches looked so heavy that even people watching on TV could feel the force. Fighters trained harder, lifting 50 to 100 pounds every day, running long miles, and hitting the bag thousands of times each week. Fans now expected knockouts in fights instead of long matches that went 15 rounds. Strength became more important than style or clever moves. This era showed that fear itself could help win fights. Heavyweight boxing became a place where only the strongest, toughest, and bravest fighters could survive. Foreman even knocked out Joe Frazier in 2 rounds in 1973, showing how scary power had become. Chaos and fire. In the 1980s, boxing exploded with speed, power, and anger. Mike Tyson became champion in 1986 at just 20 years old, the youngest heavyweight champion in history. He was smaller than most heavyweights at 220 pounds, but his punches were fast, strong, and shocking. Tyson rushed his opponents like a storm and often ended fights in the first round. Some fights lasted only 90 seconds, like his famous win against Marvis Frazier in 1986 in New York. Fighters were scared even before the bell rang. Money, fame, and pressure followed Tyson everywhere he went. Even though his later career had problems and losses, his impact on boxing stayed strong, taller, smarter, stronger. After Tyson, heavyweights started growing taller and thinking smarter. Fighters like Lennox Lewis showed that size, reach, and skill could work together. Lewis became champion in 1997 at the age of 32. He stood 6 feet 5 inches tall and weighed 245 pounds, using his height and long reach to control fights. Boxing became more technical. Fighters studied videos of their opponents, trained with science, and planned each punch and move. Strength alone was no longer enough to win. Champions now needed brains as well as power. Every punch, step, and move counted. The heavyweight division started to feel like a chess game with fists. This style prepared boxing for a new generation of taller, stronger, and smarter champions in the 2000s and beyond. Muscles meet money. As the 2000s began, heavyweight boxing became big business. Champions were no longer just fighters. They were stars and brands. Big pay-per-view fights brought in millions of dollars, sometimes more than $50 million per event. Stadiums held 20,000 to 50,000 fans from all over the world. Boxers now trained not just for strength, but also to last for long careers, sometimes fighting only once or twice a year. Promoters controlled which fights happened, when, and where. Some belts were kept safe instead of being defended often. Fans sometimes waited 2 or 3 years to see a top fight. Boxing was exciting, but money now played a big role. The sport was richer, safer, and more careful, with fighters thinking about both skill and business. Defense becomes a weapon. In the 2000s and early 2010s, the Klitschko brothers ruled the heavyweight division. Wladimir Klitschko became champion in 2006 at age 30 and held titles for almost 10 years. His style was calm, careful, and very defensive. He used his height of 6 feet, 6 inches, and long reach to control fights with a strong jab. Many of his matches went all 12 rounds, sometimes with scores like 118 to 110 on points. Some fans found it boring, but it worked. Boxing became about patience and avoiding risks. Fighters waited for mistakes rather than attacking too fast. Heavyweight champions started to look more like machines than warriors. This era showed that careful control could beat raw chaos in the ring. The unexpected twist. In 2015, something surprising happened in heavyweight boxing. Tyson Fury, a 6'9", 256-pound fighter from England, shocked the world by beating Wladimir Klitschko in Dusseldorf, Germany. Fury looked tall and heavy, but he moved with the grace of a dancer. His footwork was smooth, and his mind was sharp. He confused Klitschko and took away his control. Fury showed that big size did not mean stiffness. He used angles, feints, and clever movement to win. Fans were amazed. Heavyweight boxing felt fresh again. This fight marked the start of a new type of champion. Strong, smart, and unpredictable. More than muscles. Tyson Fury's story was not only about boxing. After winning titles, he faced serious personal struggles. He left the ring for almost 2 years and gained over 50 pounds. Many thought his career was over, but in 2018, he returned and shocked everyone again by beating Sefer Seferi and later Deontay Wilder. Fury showed that mental strength matters as much as physical power. He spoke openly about fear, sadness, and recovery. His comeback inspired fans worldwide. Boxing was no longer just about fists. It was about heart, belief, and getting back up. Champions were now human, not just strong fighters. The modern champion. Today's heavyweight champions mix the best parts of all past legends. They use Joe Louis's calm, Ali's speed, Tyson's power, and Klitschko's control. Tyson Fury is a symbol of this change. He can box, move, defend, and attack. Modern fighters train with special technology, nutrition plans, and mental coaches. Every fight is studied frame by frame. Champions are smarter, faster, and more flexible than ever. The heavyweight division has become a place for creativity. There is no one right way to win. Boxing now rewards fighters who can think, change, and adapt in the moment. From past to present, from 1937 to today, Heavyweight boxing has traveled a long road. Champions changed with the world around them. Wars, money, television, and technology shaped every era. Joe Louis showed respect and discipline. Muhammad Ali brought speed and voice. Mike Tyson brought fear and fire. Tyson Fury brought freedom and mental strength. Each champion left a mark on history. Heavyweight boxing did not stay the same. It grew, learned, and evolved. Power can take many forms, and the story of champions is still being written today. These champions may look different, but each one helped shape the path of greatness. They did not follow one rule. They created their own way through strength, patience, and belief. Boxing success does not come from fists alone. It comes from learning, adapting, and never giving up. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more simple stories about sports and history. Share this video with someone who loves boxing, and together, let's continue learning how legends are made.